You think you know yourself. Most people do. That's the problem. Psychologists studied 5,000 people who claimed high self-awareness. 95% were wrong about themselves. Here's what nobody tells you about self-awareness. Self-awareness isn't what you think it is. It's not looking in the mirror and asking, "Who am I?" That's introspection theater. Organizational psychologist Tasha Eurich spent 5 years researching this. She found most self-reflection makes you less accurate about yourself because you're asking the wrong question. Here's the hidden pattern. Chapter 1. The self-awareness trap. Most people treat self-awareness like a personality quiz. They ask, "Why am I like this?" Wrong question. Your brain doesn't know why. It makes up stories after the fact. Neuroscientists call this confabulation. You're not discovering truth. You're creating fiction. Here's what actually works. Stop asking why. Start asking what. What did I do? What happened next? What's the pattern? You don't need to understand yourself. You need to watch yourself. Chapter 2. The two types nobody separates. Tasha Eurich's research identified 2 distinct types. Internal self-awareness, how you see yourself. External self-awareness, how others see you. Most people obsess over the first. That's the trap. You can spend 10 years in therapy understanding your childhood and still have zero idea how you show up in a room. The people who succeed? They track both. They notice when their internal story and external impact don't match. That gap is where growth lives. Here's the check. Record yourself in 1 meeting. Then ask 3 people how you showed up. Compare notes. That's external awareness. Chapter 3. The pattern recognition system. Self-awareness is pattern recognition, not soul-searching. Here's how it works. Your brain runs on loops. Trigger, behavior, outcome. Most people only notice the outcome. Then they wonder why it keeps happening. Psychologists call this metacognition. It's thinking about your thinking. You're not analyzing who you are, you're watching what you do. Example. You always feel drained after meetings. Why? Wrong question. What happened in the last 5 meetings? You talked for 40 minutes straight. Pattern found, behavior adjusted. That's self-awareness. Chapter 4. The 90-second reality check. Here's the formula researchers recommend. Once per day, 90 seconds, 3 questions. What did I do today that worked? What didn't? What would I change tomorrow? Why does this work? Because you're collecting data, not feelings. No deep reflection, no childhood analysis. Just data. Harvard Business School tracked managers who did this daily. Within 30 days, their teams rated them 25% higher on self-awareness. Not because they understood themselves better, because they watched themselves better. The best part? You don't need to change your personality. You just need to see your patterns. Chapter 5. From reflection to action. Most self-reflection is useless because it stops at insight. You realize something about yourself, then nothing changes. What's the difference between insight and change? Action. Real self-awareness has a second step. Pattern, adjustment, test. You notice you interrupt people. You test staying quiet for 10 seconds before speaking. You track if conversations improve. That's the loop. Researchers call this behavioral self-awareness. It's not about feeling good about understanding yourself. It's about using what you see to move differently. Every day you spend analyzing without adjusting is a day wasted. So what changes? You stop asking why you are the way you are. You start watching what you do and what happens next. You separate how you see yourself from how you show up. You turn patterns into adjustments. Self-awareness isn't a destination. It's a tracking system. And the people who master it? They're not the ones who know themselves best. They're the ones who watch themselves closest. Every day you delay watching is a pattern you miss. The best time to start tracking isn't someday. It's right now. Want to test your pattern recognition? I've put a 3-minute self-awareness audit in the comments. It'll show you exactly which patterns you're missing. If this shifted how you think about knowing yourself, Let me know what you'll track tomorrow. And subscribe if you want more insights that change how you see the game.